Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. RuthlessRain here with another Pokemon Mail episode. Has been a while since we've had a Pokemon Mail episode, but we've got a big one right now. Whole bunch of cards here to go through and some PSA cards. We've got 4 PSA cards in total, which I'll get through in a sec. And also a whole bunch of cards which have come in the mail. As you can see, there's all sorts of cards here. And some of them are just great cards I'm just going to show off on the camera, but also some of them actually have some pretty cool stories. I'm going to start off with this one here. I think this is pretty interesting. So I've taken a bit of interest in pre-release cards, being, your Pokemon pre-release cards from the WotC and early Nintendo era. And I just think they're interesting, because, they've got the really unique pre-release type, well, in this case, stamp, or, whatever they have, a holo. And it's interesting, it captures that time point of the series when that was the first card coming out. But most importantly, they have very low pops on PSA records, so there's some chances here to get some really cool cards in low populations of the pre-release. So basically, I bought this pre-release card, being the Tentacruel, and I was hoping, I noticed before I bought this card, there was only one PSA 10 in the world. And I thought, oh, gee, that's awesome. Someone out there has the coolest card. So I bought this card hoping to grade with PSA 10 myself. And when I bought it, I realized with the centering and that nick there, and stuff, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm probably not going to get a PSA 10. So whoever has the PSA 10, they can have it another day. Pop one PSA 10. And then I went on eBay and I was searching for the card. And the PSA 10 came up. And it came up and I was like, oh, it's going to be heaps of money. I know it's not the most crazy rare card, but it is a population 1 in PSA 10. And it was only about 40 or 50 USD. Pretty good price for it. And boom, we own it. So now I can proudly say that we own a PSA 10 population 1 card. And it is this card right here, the 2006 Pokemon pre-release Tentacruel EX Legend Maker Gem Mint 10. This is the only PSA 10 in the world of this card. I mean, that is crazy when you think about it. It is a really nice version of the card. This one itself, I mean, you can see just from the card why I got a 10. Absolutely gorgeous. That's a fantastic card. So how about that for a story? Went looking for a pre-release card and end up with a PSA 10 population 1. Not a bad start. We'll get to the PSA cards last, so we'll put our Tentacle there. Been getting these cards all through the mail. Been looking for nice, cheap base set tube holos when I can. This one's a beauty. Look at that Pidgeot, just fantastic. I love the artwork. Pidgeot's just such a classic, majestic bird. It's got that fantastic, artwork flying mid-flight. As you can see on the camera, if you're looking closer here, we do have some scratch wear, and, the back is probably, about an 8 or a 9. So it is probably not a 10, but what a gorgeous card nonetheless. Moving along, we have I'm not actually sure which series this is. Maybe it's Discovery, but we have a Togetic first edition. Beautiful card. This is the evolution of Togepi, if you weren't aware. Very nice holo, kind of futuristic space age with all these stars and silvering. Really nice condition, this one. I'd probably put this one I'd probably put this one as a 10. What do you guys think? Number 16. I think it's Neo Discovery or Neo Genesis, one of the two. Beautiful card though, really nice pickup. Only about $15 or something. Not going to break the bank, but what an absolutely cool card. And I'll finish one more thing on this one. It actually says Happiness Pokemon. I thought that was pretty cool. So that was a good one. Put this in a PSA 10 potential pile. Next up, from the same series, we have a Ampharos. Now this one is cool. I like this one because, again, cool holo and first edition, but it also is number 1 of this series. I think it's cool to collect number 1s. Kind of something unique. This one probably is pretty good as well. Little nick there, if you can see that on the camera. I won't get out of the sleeve. There is a nick there. Nonetheless, beautiful card. Really nice and unique one to get that. What a card. From the same same seller, I picked up this one. This is Armadillo. This one is a number 1 also. I'm not sure. I think it's Sandstorm. That's what my brain's telling me from the series it's from. But yeah, another nice card. Armadillo. One of the newer ones, of course. But beautiful holo there. Let's take this one out and see what we think of this one. Hopefully we got a nice holo. I think it'll be okay. Yeah, the holo's pretty nice, isn't it? Beautiful card, actually. Number 1, Armadillo. Send that to the grade for sure. Beautiful card. Put that one back in later. Next up, coming from the same kind of era, I'm not sure if the same series exactly, we have a Dustox Same thing. Oh, actually, look at that artwork. Look at that holo, the sunset. You see how there's this sunset here? When you look at it in particular angles, you can't really see it that well, but in person, you can see it gorgeous. It's amazing. Another beautiful condition card. I just like picking up these cards just when I find them for the right price and good condition. You know, I'm not going to pay top dollar, but if I can find them for a reasonable price, they're great to pick up. One of my favourite Pokemon, Ninetales. Base set 2. Beautiful Pokemon. Who doesn't love Ninetales? This one's probably about the around the 8 range, because of that, or 9 range for these nicks, but still what a beautiful card. Love the base set too. And last but not least, we have a Dark Slowbro. So we don't actually have Dark Slowbro yet in first edition, or a Slowbro at all, to be honest. So this would be cool if we could get a 10. Let's have a good look at this one. What do we think? Looks pretty okay. Centering's nice. Holo seems pretty clear. And the back also looks pretty nice. What do you guys think? I'll put that as a 9.5 because I can't decide. But Hermit Crab Pokemon here. This one will definitely go for the grade because I'd love to. I really want to finish the Rocket set. I don't know, I've just found the Rocket set, Gym Challenge set, just because of the money it takes to get some of these cards. I'm kind of in progress of getting them, but they're hard to really complete. So I admire the people that have actually had the dedication to complete them because it does take a bit of money. Last but not least, we have 3 more PSA cards to show off. We've got some beautiful cards here. They're all base set first edition. That's the best of the best. So this one's an interesting, really. So Dragonair, obviously, is a rare. So quite a, expensive card in PSA 10. I found a person selling these only about a 20-minute drive from my place. Now, I live somewhere in Australia where, I'm not in a massive city. So I found that really interesting that I could drive 20 minutes and get someone selling a PSA card first edition. This one's an absolute beauty, though. The artwork on this is just fantastic. Just a beautiful... It's a non-holo, obviously, but it's just a stunning artwork with the sky there and the night. Dragonair itself being a fantastic Pokemon too. This one got a PSA 9, and look, we're going to say that's about right. It's very close, probably not quite a 10. But beautiful card there, and I picked that up, and that guy, he was just said, yeah, I'm just selling them, I need a bit of money at the moment, I love the cards, but, I'm happy to pass them on to someone else. And I was like, wow, it's really cool that these cards are becoming popular enough that, even locally I can pick them up now. Have you bought any cards yourself? I mean, it's been interesting to hear if other people have had the same experiences. Coming along base set first edition again, we have Staryu. Staryu in the Gem Mint 10 this time. Nothing too complicated about this card. It's star shape. Its attack is very, very complex and technical. It's just slap. And it doesn't even have a description like Dragonair here. It just says slap, because I think everyone knows what a slap is. 20 damage, 40 HP. Not the strongest Pokemon, but still a beauty, and very much welcome into the collection because it is first edition and Gem Mint 10. Last but not least, we have a trainer today. We have not just Bill. So Bill's just one of the more common trainers, I guess you'd say, but he is pretty cool in that he is first edition base set 10. Sorry, base set first edition PSA 10. There's a lot of words there if you say it 5 times. He's also in beautiful condition. So I've just picked up 2 beautiful Gem Mint 10s for the base set collection of mine, but also the Dragonair rare. I mean, these cards were great, quite a reasonable price to pick up, and that's what you'd kind of hope for. But this Dragonair was a good price too, but if this pushed into PSA 10, it would actually be hundreds of dollars. So there you go, guys. A bit of a varied kind of Pokemon mail, if you haven't noticed. All sorts of cards that have come through, and I've just been a bit busy with work and other things. But I wanted to do a video to show these off and enjoy them with everyone. So I hope you're all doing well. Let me know what you think of these cards. Some pretty cool cards in here. Going to keep collecting cards as we go along. Working towards that next PSA submission. But in the meantime, I'll also be buying any really cool cards that come up that I can't resist, I guess. So yeah, just to recap, to own a PSA 10 card with a population of 1 is very cool. And I'm happy to say that I own this one. So no one go out there and grab this card, because otherwise I'll be probably a little bit sad. But it's a beautiful card, and I'm so happy with what I picked up. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy your day, whatever you're up to. And yeah, RuthlessRain checking out. I'll catch everyone next time. Cheers.